Hello, Stark continues with this mpu3 board. Hello guys! It's working well enough, but I'm convinced either it's fallen into reset every now and then, or the lamp data is appearing down the rails when it shouldn't be. Now there are... Ooh, that's getting hot. There are a couple of things getting toasty on this board. CPU always gets hot. That's getting hot. Don't know why that's getting hot. I might need to check that out. But I thought I'd show off a new toy since I just recently unpacked it, and I was talking to a fellow friend and YouTuber, Stuart Miller, about my new toy. You can see a kind of clue here of lots of cables snaking away. And he said, well, why don't you show it working? Well, I thought, well, what the hell? I'll show it working on this mpu3 board. Now what I'm doing here is I've got my logic analyzer here. Recently got it. And I got it because I'm fed up using a logic probe on Mega boards and tracing around the houses for hours and hours and hours and going back and forth between the circuit diagrams and whatever to find out where a pulse is, a line's doing what it should be doing, or an enable's coming on when it should be. That's what save a lot of time. So what I've done is I've connected to all the relevant lines. I've just taken them off the processor rather than IC9 itself, but I've connected to the relevant lines here for IC9's select 1, 2 and 3, pins 4 and 5 enable, and pin 6 gate. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking to see when IC5 is actually triggered. So if I just set this running like so, you see it's showing me on the screen every time IC5 is triggered. Now according to what I'm seeing on here, it's running right. I'll show you why. Hang on, it's a wee bit dark. Turn the brightness down a bit. That's better. Right, it might blank it, it might not. I'm trying to avoid the blanking. Right. Top line. For God's sake. Hold on. Right. Top line is the 3 select bits, pins 1 to 3 on the LS138. Now, they're a 3-bit address from 0 to 7. Now, every time the top line here shows a value of 4, that's selecting Y4, which should be the real drive. I've got the trigger for this set to only show any data on the screen at all when IC5 chip select goes low. And you can see it's working right, because every time, no, it's blanking again, every time IC5 chip select pin 23 on IC5 goes low, I've got a value of 3 or 4 on the select, and the gate signals are correct. So as far as I can tell, IC9 is actually working according to this. This is an amazingly handy piece of equipment. Glad I got it. Got it for an absolute snip. Did have a slight problem at the back. All the pins are all mashed up, the cables have been ripped out, but I'll straighten them up best I can, and as far as I can tell, everything's working. But yeah, this IC9 is working properly. What I'm finding curious is VMA keeps shifting its frequency a bit, which is a bit strange. I wonder if I've got a CPU issue and not IC9 problem. What I'll do is I'll change IC9 anyway, and then I'll repeat this test. But I thought I would just use this as an opportunity to show off my piece of equipment. Now I need to get a few bits for it. I need to get some IC test clips, because doing a spaghetti junction there is not ideal. And I need to get some spare floppy disks so I can make a duplicate copy of the software. But as you can see, that's working fairly well. And if I just stop it now, you see you can wind back and forth through your data. Start run again. See if I can stop this one of the double bits. Watch that IC5 line at the bottom there. Not much happening at the minute. There. I think I just missed it. Hold on. See if I can. There. This is what I'm finding curious. That shouldn't happen. Okay. 138 is working properly. We've still got bit 4 being selected. The gate's low. But look at VM8. It's occurring in between these two signals, so there may be a propagation problem, timing problem between the 138 and VMA, or it could be the CPU's running a bit iffy, because that's occasionally shifting its frequency and it really shouldn't. See, if I trigger it again, that's the way it should trigger. It should just on the edge. And for the most of the time it's right, and then all of a sudden VMA shifts and I get 2 pulses. So I'm wondering if I'm getting erratic information to IC5, and that's what's appearing on the real drives. Because at the minute they're not working properly. The game I'm running is maximum, I think it's called. And when it starts up, the reels just step one back, one forward, and then hold. So what you should see is the real outputs should alternatively jump about for a couple of seconds, stop, jump about for a couple of seconds, stop, and then just one bit, one phase of each reel will just be pulsing high and low occasionally, just to hold the reel still so it doesn't jerk about. But that's never happening. Nothing happens for about 5 seconds, and then it starts to come up. In fact, let me set this back repetitive just now, and let me reset this board. I'll just use, well, I can just literally just bend that in place to do it. Right, watch the screen. Right, I'm holding and reset at the minute. Okay, we're waiting. Reset's running.
And with more than 100 visits by official agencies to Walton Hall in the past year,
that's not running properly.
How this abuse could have been missed. Alison Holt.
It's selecting IC4 properly. It's made a long select there. That's, but that just doesn't look quite right. So I'll probably change IC9 or maybe change the CPU as well and see how we get on. Because it's the double pulses here that get me a bit. It's this. That just doesn't look right to me. It looks out of sequence. It might be worth connecting the rest of the IC9 bits up at some point and seeing if the rest are responding appropriately, but that, no, something wrong there. Anyways, it's really easy to set up. You just set your bit information there. You select where it's a timer or a state machine. It's always timing machines, and it even tells you if it's got activity on the port, which is really handy. And then you can either look at it as a list.
Now, some councils like Lewisham here that initially turned people away have been trying to rectify the situation during the day. But
I prefer to look at a waveform, but in the waveform you can group lines together. I mean, I've just got a single bit here for IC5. I could have all the chip select set here. I mean, you can set anything up to 32 channels on the screen, but you can group information together as a bus, so it shows you the value on the screen instead, which is really handy. Anyways, the technical minded will know what I'm talking about. The general viewers will not have a clue what I'm talking about. But basically, handy piece of equipment and well worth the money paid for it. Right. So this will go back to Darren MJ as soon as I can. But I can't send it back yet because, like I said, It's not driving the rails appropriately. At least I don't think it is. Anyways, bye for now.